Chaos erupted, protesters shouting, cameras flashing, security scrambling. But in the middle of the storm, Senator Parker stood tall, delivered one calm reply. And the internet hasn't stopped talking about it since. The town hall was supposed to be routine, a chance for Senator Parker to connect with his constituents, answer questions, and address concerns about a new policy proposal. Instead, it turned into one of the most chaotic scenes of his career. As Parker walked to the podium, a wave of protesters burst through the back doors. Their chants echoed off the high ceilings, signs waving, their energy fueled by weeks of online outrage. Security rushed forward, but the protesters were already surrounding the stage, their voices overlapping in a storm of accusations. The cameras caught everything. News crews that were set to cover a quiet queue, and they suddenly found themselves broadcasting a live confrontation. Social media lit up instantly, the moment trending before Parker even opened his mouth. Most politicians in his position would have panicked, called for order, fled the stage, or lashed out defensively. But Parker didn't. He adjusted the microphone, waited for a beat, and raised his hand, not in anger, not in command, but in quiet acknowledgement. The chants wavered for a second. That's when he spoke. "I hear you," he said, his voice steady, almost soft against the noise. "You came here because you're angry. I understand that. But I need you to understand something too. We can't solve anything if we're only shouting." It was an unexpected move, a deliberate lowering of the temperature. The crowd hesitated. Some continued yelling, but others quieted, straining to catch his words. Parker continued, choosing his next sentence carefully, aware that millions were already watching. "Anger is easy," he said, "but progress is hard. You can disagree with me. You can even dislike me. But if you really want change, meet me at the table, not in a screaming match." Within minutes, clips of that moment spread across every platform. Hashtag surged, hashtag calm and chaos, hashtag Parker reply, and hashtag viral town hall. Comment sections filled with people praising his composure. Even some of his critics admitted they hadn't expected such a measured response. Behind the scenes, Parker's team had been bracing for disaster. "I thought we were finished," one aide later admitted. "I expected him to lose his temper." Instead, he changed the whole tone of the room. The protesters didn't all walk away satisfied. Some remained skeptical, others unconvinced. But the shift was undeniable. By the end of the event, Parker had invited several of the group's leaders to meet privately with him to discuss their concerns. That invitation, extended publicly and without hesitation, further fueled the viral moment. Commentators were quick to weigh in. Analysts on morning shows dissected his words frame by frame. "It's a masterclass in de-escalation," one communications expert said. He acknowledged their frustration without conceding his position and did it without raising his voice. By the next day, Parker's office was flooded with messages, some of support, others from people who still disagreed but respected the way he handled the confrontation. His social media following skyrocketed. Memes of his calm expression spread like wildfire, often captioned with variations of his now famous line, "We can't solve anything if we're only shouting." In the days that followed, even late-night hosts picked up the story. Clips of comedians impersonating the senator's stoic reaction were shared millions of times, further amplifying the moment. Parker himself responded with characteristic understatement. "I didn't go viral on purpose," he said during an interview. "I just think we're all better off when we talk to each other like human beings." Political insiders debated whether the event marked a turning point in his career. Some claimed it was a fluke, a lucky moment caught on camera. Others argued it reflected Parker's true strength, his ability to remain unshaken under pressure. Either way, the narrative was set. Senator Parker, the man who stayed calm when the room was on fire. For the protesters, the viral clip brought its own complications. Some of their members admitted Parker's reply had forced them to rethink their approach. "We expected a fight," one organizer said. "Instead, he invited us to talk. I didn't know what to do with that." The incident became a case study in political communications. Classes, a rare example of a politician cutting through the noise without adding to it. And for Parker, it cemented his image as a leader who could rise above the fray. When asked later if he had prepared for such a moment, Parker only smiled. "I don't prepare to go viral," he said. "I prepare to listen." People noticed the difference, and that's why weeks later the clip still circulates. In a world addicted to outrage, one calm reply somehow said it all.